Alrighty, so here it is, everybody. I know it's been a while since I got a video going, but figured this would be well worth it. Here we are, the brand new Mustang GTD. What can I say? With a matching Messien Blue GT3RS. I wanted to give a big shout out to everybody involved in this, from Ford Racing to Multimatic, to Jaron, to the owner Steve. Steve has both this, the Messien Blue GT3RS, and this is now his Messien Blue Mustang GTD. I've been communicating with so many people, from the owners to people involved in Ford Racing and Multimatic, just all of us working together to make my video shoot and photo shoot that I posted on my page probably by the time you guys see this, probably about 2 weeks ago. But now we're doing rolling shots today. And now that we're doing rolling shots today is because of the 30-day no drive clause that Ford Racing makes all GTD owners sign, that they cannot drive it for about 30 days. I believe it's because of paint curing. So you can't PPF it, you have to like let everything settle, is what I was told, which makes sense. So yeah, so he recently just got it fully PPF, so now the car is drivable, it's able to go around, it's able to do fun things. So here is the car. We have the brand new Mustang GTD. As you guys can see, this thing was spec'd out about 2 years ago to the day, and now here it is finally here. This is in Porsche painted sample Messien Blue. And the reason why it was to match the owner's GT3RS in Messien Blue. So one of the cool things about this is that he has his GT3RS and he wanted it to legitimately match both of it. And if you think of it, you got a Nürburgring king here, which ultimately got dethroned by this thing. And what can I say? Me seeing it in person, it blew my expectations away. Like, from everything, like just how properly built this whole thing is just awesome stuff. Like, this isn't even a trunk, this is a whole deck lid that gets removed, exposing the full rear suspension assembly. This thing is just wicked, absolutely wicked. Satin black wheels. Now this did get the side markers tinted, and guys, look at this thing. This thing is just too sick. It really is. It really is. Now, my favorite thing about getting inside of this, right here, Ford Performance and Ford Racing. Now, at the time, this was Ford Performance, which has now been renamed Ford Racing. Obviously, this car was assembled by Multimatic in Canada. So there you go, Recaro's right here. And then take a look at this right here. Let me see if I could. There we go. There it is. Full suspension right back there in the rear. That is nuts. How nuts is that? Now, hopefully, if we have some time, I'll be able to get in the driver's seat and really show you guys how cool this is. Pretty cool stuff here. Now, pay all that money for this car, and you still get a good old F-150 Mustang key, Mach-E, whatever. But let's go ahead and turn it on. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. Door is open. Now, what I wanted to do, come out here, I wanted to get all this set up. I wanted to show you guys how low this thing gets. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this. And I believe it's under mode. You do mode, and you do track, and then you click OK. And there we go. The whole car slams to the floor. So take a good look at that. Full car is on the ground. Gotta love it. Kind of, obviously, you guys probably remember Ford GT had this feature. Obviously, you know, you put it in track mode, the whole Ford GT drops to the ground, rear spoiler goes up. Kind of the same thing. The car looks too good. Too good. Let me see if I could show you guys how it looks. Yep, there we go. So that goes up right here. let me see if I can show you guys how fast it drops. Track. There you go. To the floor. Let me go ahead and open this up. Okay, now let's... This is quiet mode on the GTD. Let's go ahead and open it up. Track mode. Arguably some, oh wow. Front axle lift. I wonder where they got that from. Front axle lift on here. I believe this is, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe this has preset tracks on here. No, track apps. Okay, little homage to some American racing like Dodge, Chevy, and all that stuff. They integrated that back in the 2018s. And yeah, Active Aero too. Kind of like, I wonder where they got that from. Active Aero, lap timer, performance, acceleration timer, launch settings, shift indication. I'm assuming lap. Yep, see, so you just load your track right here. There you go. So that's pretty cool. Very cool. Customize your cluster, normal track, performance. Very cool. Very responsive screen. Not slow, not laggy. Very, very responsive. Very cool. And that's pretty much it. You don't really get that much in here. I mean, this thing is a track car, so you really only get that. A few buttons on and off, volume, and the good old GT500 shifter that pissed off a lot of people, but it is what it is. Amazing car. We are gonna go do some rollers now. Let me raise the car. Just like that. Car has been raised. It is warmed up. And now we are gonna go have some fun. But something that I did want to say, something that caught me by surprise when I first saw this car, is how wide, not how wide, but how wide the hips are on the 3RS, but still how small it is. But the memes, the racing memes, the internet just does its thing, and it's so true when you see it in person. From, there's a lot of mosquitoes here, from the IMSA races, from Le Mans series, from pretty much everything that you see with how big the Mustang was racing. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's pretty wide. It is pretty big, I'm not even gonna lie. Like just if you guys were to see this in person, like this Mustang is significantly bigger than the GT3RS, like significantly. Like it makes the 3RS look tiny, and when at the time when the 3RS came out, we thought that was like the biggest, widest Porsche ever. It kind of makes you think what the GT2RS is gonna look like. Very cool. A beautiful spec. Now we're gonna get some footage, go do some cool stuff. So I had to bring the car under the light. Just took it out for a drive. Absolutely blew my mind. Blew my mind away. So getting to drive this thing in person, this car is definitely drawing a massive crowd of people, as you guys can see right here. There's a bunch of people. This car is wicked. Blew my mind away. I was not expecting this to be, you know, coming from, so when my automotive career started, and here, I'll come over here. As my automotive career started, you know, I started with the S550 getting created, the S197 with the GT500, and then Ford created the GT500 KR, and then they created the Shelby GT500 Super Snake, and then they came out with the S550, and then Roush came out with the Supercharger, and then Ford Performance did the GT350, then the GT500. But driving all those have always just been 6-speed manual or just straight line high horsepower cars. But I gotta say, getting to drive this, which is racing heritage, just total endurance racing background, getting to drive this, I'm not lying to you, it blew my expectations out of the water. I didn't drive it, it's very dark outside, I wasn't able to fully capture it, but guys, getting to experience this car was amazing. It's very stiff just like a GT3RS, very stiff, but I was going 140, I had no idea. There was no disturbance in the air, nothing. You had no idea that I was going 140 until I looked at the speedometer and it said it. But let me end the video. Mr. Steve, you guys obviously remember Mr. Steve right here. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you.
So you guys always remember Steve had his ST, has a Sport Classic, and what other cars you have now? You have a GTD Touring. Right. He has his GT3RS, which he still has to this day. Right. He has his new SC on the way, which I cannot tell you what it's going to look like because he hasn't even told me what it looks like yet. But the one little fun fact about this is that Steve called me 2.5 years ago almost and said that he was selected to spec out his Mustang GTD, and here we are 2 years later. 2 years later, Steve called me and said, hey, what was it, a letter or an email?
Yep.
So he literally said, I got selected to spec up my GTD.
And we spec'd it like that?
Just like that. And here we are 2 years later, and Ford and Multimatic have put together a stellar car, an absolute beautiful car. I mean, it kind of fits it with the American flag in the background, but bravo to Ford Racing and Multimatic for putting together an absolute beauty of a car. Hope you guys enjoy this one. I will see you later.